Here we go. Say it with me, everyone. On the count of 3. 1, 2. SHABLAM!
And then we teleport into like a different universe.
Ooh.
We would actually, you and I would be really great protagonists in like a children's literature novel where we like shablam to different time periods, like very Magic Tree House kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And we shablam to different time periods. And we're like, oh no, we're stuck in the Croatian era.
Oh my God, like Magic School Bus, but with time periods.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that, or are you too young for Magic School Bus? Miss Frizzle?
No, I'm no Magic School Bus.
Leave a comment below if you know Miss Frizzle.
Does anyone know the Time Warp Trio?
No, what's that?
It was this TV show. It was so niche. It was a children's TV show on like literally like the Learning Channel or whatever
TLC
nerd channel I was watching that wasn't like cartoons, but it was called the Time Warp Trio, and they would time warp to all these different periods of time, and they would find themselves in all sorts of shenanigans.
That sounds fun. You know what's interesting? I don't know. You probably are the last generation to have experienced this, but when I was growing up, all my friends, we all watched the same shows. Like there were only like Saturday morning cartoons and stuff, and like there were only a certain number of shows, so everyone knew them. So if you brought up like a show,
like what,
like like Friends or like Family Matters, Full House.
Yeah.
By the way, did you ever watch Full House?
Yeah.
John Stamos was at Mar-a-Lago. I just saw. I'm like, not John Stamos.
No, you're kidding.
Yes,
wait, the hot uncle.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I know. And then Dave Coulier, who played Cut It Out. What was that character's name? He is cancer-free, so that's good news.
Yeah.
One uncle's MAGA, one uncle's cancer-free.
I hate hearing that John Stamos is at
I
Mar-a-Lago because I thought he was so hot.
And he seemed so cool.
And now he's not so hot to me anymore.
Maybe that picture was AI and it wasn't real? I don't know.
Everything seems to be AI these days.
Oh my God, what's your name? What would AI say your name is? We forgot to introduce ourselves. It's season 2. We just assume everyone knows us, but there might be new Shablammers
There might be new Shablammers out and about viewing this episode.
Ooh, hi, new Shablammers. Welcome to the club.
Have you been playing our podcast at Rocco's, like how I've been telling you to?
No, I just remembered. I'm going to tonight.
Okay. I gave Annie the brilliant idea of using our podcast as visual fodder during her drag shows.
Yeah, that was fun. I think I'm going to do it after the show, like while people are like vibing and chilling.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I just think it's a great way to get us a couple more streams.
I think so too. I think so.
I'm Lorelei.
And I'm Antibiotics. Hi.
And we are 2 Los Angeles drag queens. And we started this podcast to get down to the bottom of the culture, to get down to the bottom of life, art, friendship.
Drag.
Yes. Everything. All of it. There's not a stone that we leave unturned here.
I am excited about this week's topic. We're not going to get into it just yet. We're going to ease our way, tease our way, because I know you're all here for what we will be shablamming later on.
Yes, of course.
But we have to wait a little minute, you know, that anticipation.
My week was good. I just came back from Albuquerque, New Mexico for the Taylor Swift Eras Tour drag brunch. Hey, hey.
Ooh, leave a comment below if you're from Albuquerque.
Hi, the ABQ, or the Q as they call it.
Really?
Uh-huh. Okay,
give us a rose and a thorn, as my friends say, like a high and a low of Albuquerque.
That's really great. And actually, I'm going to be traveling a lot of cities, so that'll be fun for like the future. Albuquerque, rose, a couple of roses. I'll give it a couple of roses.
Okay.
Lots of beautiful landscapes.
Yes, New Mexico is gorgeous.
Mountains, gorge. Mexican food was so fucking dank. It was so good. They do this carne out there. I forgot what it's called. It's like carne avocado or something like that. I'm totally fucking that up. But it's a very specific type of preparation for meats that they do like in New Mexico.
Okay.
Another rose. I went to this social house called the Albuquerque Social Club.
Okay.
And it was a queer social club, and it's the largest in the Southwest.
The largest queer social club?
Yes.
Is it the only queer social club? I didn't know that was a thing.
No, but it is the largest.
Hey, that's
in the Southwest, which I thought was pretty cool. And I was getting a little bit of a history rundown.
Okay.
This was funny. So I met the owners as I was like leaving, and me and my friends who were on this tour with me, we went to go see a drag show. And guess who was in the drag show?
Elliot with 2 T's.
No, bitch.
Who?
Kind of close. Calorie Kardashian Williams.
Oh, I forgot she's from New Mexico.
She's from the ABQ.
Hey, Calorie. How you doing, girl?
She did Sabrina Carpenter.
Ooh, which song?
Think about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. And she was doing the towel.
Oh.
And she had a bubble gun with her.
Ooh. Did the inside of the towel say anything? Doesn't it say something different, or it's
She
just
never took. Well, she took the towel off, and then she revealed to a tan leotard that said censored on it.
okay?
It
Cute.
felt very. It felt like a combination of references.
Okay.
There were only about 5 people in the audience, so
Really,
maybe
for
that's a thorn of Albuquerque. Is there's not a lot of people out there.
Yeah, it's not as populated.
Not really quite happening.
Okay.
I felt like Santa Fe is to Albuquerque as like San Francisco is to Oakland.
I was gonna say Sacramento, maybe. Well,
Oh.
but there's a lot of people in Oakland. Oakland's like a pretty bustling city, don't you
I
think?
know, but just in the sense that like it's San Francisco along with Santa Fe are kind of like the metropolises of their place.
Yeah.
And they have like a heavily populated like suburban area an hour out. You know what I mean? It kind of gave me that vibe.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, great Mexican food.
Right.
Went to this social house,
Yes.
which they told me was established 2 years after Stonewall. So what year would that be then? If you know your history, what year would that be?
2 years after Stonewall, so would that be 1971?
That's what I said. So I said, oh, so you guys were established in 1971. They were like, no, 81. I go, well, that's not 2 years after Stonewall. That's about 10,
Right,
11,
'cause
11
Stonewall
years.
was in 69,
Yes,
wasn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, summer of 69, quite famously, actually. So that was kind of a funny conversation because they were like,
Okay.
yeah, we were established 2 years after Stonewall. Oh, me? I was like, 1971? Them? No. Oh, okay. You know what I mean?
Wow. So they're the largest social club, maybe not the smartest.
Oh, well, let's hope the Albuquerque Social Club is not watching this. Or maybe they might, because they might be shablammers.
Hey. What is the difference between a social club and a gay bar? Is there a difference? Like why?
If you bought a membership to this club, you were like, they had these initiatives that they were trying to get done as like a gay club. So they would like they would be setting a fund aside to like build more like queer infrastructure, like nightlife spaces in Albuquerque and stuff like that. But like their subscriber base or their like membership base are the people that like, when you pay your membership fee, it's going to that basically.
Got it.
Yeah. So
cool.
you can get in without having a membership. It's just, it's a club where you can also have a membership.
That's fun. I wonder, is there anything like that in LA? I don't think so. Not a queer one specifically.
The SHABLAM Bodega, of course.
Hey, it's very exclusive. You need a membership to get in, just like Costco.
Okay.
Hey. Okay, so we did Albuquerque. That sounds fun. And then last week, just to give a quick rundown on Free Clinic, it was super fun. Lauren Banal, we did Aries season, was my co-host. She's gorgeous. She had this like pink velvet gown.
Oh,
it was nice. And then tonight we are getting ready for a breakup songs with my co-host Portia the Snack Leger, Cornbread's newest drag daughter.
Gagging.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did know that.
Yes.
I knew her when she was just Portia Leger.
Portia the Snack Leger.
Gag that.
Hello. So that's going to be fun. We have remember last week I had like 4 or 5 people call out?
Yeah.
This week I had 4 or 5 people asking me to be in it. So it's going to be a very long show. It's always one or the other.
Yeah, seriously. It
But
seems
it's
that way.
It's fun. I'm excited. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be fun for you. I'm going to go home after this because I have to prepare for week 2 of Project Drag.
Oh, yes. Week 1 started. The competition has begun.
And I'm letting you know that your sister is safe to slay another day.
Thank God.
I was magically allotted to be safe for the first week.
Magical.
I want to, by the time I get like off of the show, I want to do that thing where they do on Drag Race where it's like safe, top, like a limb. You know what I mean? Where it's like all the boxes.
Brackets.
I want to do that, but like with myself, you know what I mean? So yes, we're recording this on a Wednesday. First night of Project Drag was on Monday. If you are watching this and you were there at Project Drag or you're a contestant in Project Drag, much love to you. Thank you for coming. It was a lot of fun and definitely lots of goops and gags. Should I maybe just like give them the rundown?
Yeah, give them the rundown. Yeah.
Are you gonna know y'all are gonna like ask every week like what the tea is. So like I'm gonna give you the tea.
Just like a quick summary.
So 14 contestants.
Oof.
The order was randomly assigned. The concept or like the theme of the week was do you. Do a number that shows you off, a signature number, or maybe something that just shows off your skill set. So everyone had to kind of bring their thing. That thing that they do when they get booked to come do a drag show. That's what they were brought in to
Love
do.
it.
We had 14 contestants. The order was randomly assigned.
And
they come back with the list and they say, okay, y'all, like ready to hear the order? We're all like, yay. And so I'm there carefully listening for my name. They start going down the list and I go, okay, not yet. Oh, they put me really far down. Oh, even more. Oh, last.
Wow.
I'm dead last after 14 people. I audibly in the back room go, fuck my fucking life, bro.
Did you?
Yes. I was like, and everybody laughed, but I was like, girl, like I'm going to be stuck here for like an hour and a half waiting for you bitches to finish your fucking number. Let me take my fucking time. So I had plenty of time to tuck and put on my nails and fix my mug and fix my lace because I fucked up my lace real bad, which is so classic of me. I can never properly install a wig, which is why I'm wearing bangs today.
Hello.
No eyebrow though.
Ooh. Yeah, we both had very stressful kind of like interesting days on the way here.
Yeah, we had quite a
a day.
It's been a day to get here, but we're here. We're here in front of the camera for the Shablammers.
Yes. All right, now are you looking at this? Because I keep looking at this.
I'm looking at.
Like, we need to look at this. That's where our Shablammers are. This is just looking at ourselves.
We have a monitor down here. We have the camera up there.
See, this is why producer Alex doesn't leave this monitor in here usually, because we're just staring at ourselves.
We just be staring at ourselves usually.
Yeah.
14 contestants. I went last. I felt good about my number. I felt like I maybe should have done something different.
Did you do your potato number? I forget.
No, I did. I have a clown number that I do where it's kind of like a sexy burlesque to like some fun music. And I revealed down to a panty that has like googly eyes all over it. It was a lot of fun. I felt myself being a little stiff because I was carrying a lot of reveals on me. You know what I mean? Like I did a 3.5 minute number and I do reveals like all the way up until the end. So I had like a corset and then I had like a short skirt and then I had a long skirt and then I had these bubble sleeves and I had things in my sleeves for me to pull out. And then I had these rings around my hands to be like this boa. It was like,
whoa, that's a lot.
I know, it was quite a lot. And the other girls I had felt were going out on stage in drag that they could really tear up the stage in. And those people got rewarded. And those people were in the top. So in the top, we had Swade.
Ooh.
Shout out Swade.
Hey,
love
Swade.
you. We had Tai Tees.
Oh, I love her. She's great.
And we had Berlin Atomic.
Oh, okay. I don't know her.
She's an Inland Empire queen. She performs at 340 a lot, which I've shat on before on this podcast.
Yes.
So no shade Berlin, but...
Ooh, okay. Leave a comment below if you're from the IE.
Yeah, there's a lot of IE queens, so leave a comment down below. And by the way, I performed at 340 for a long time when I first started drag, so I can't shade it too much, but I will say that place is ground zero for a lot of venereal diseases.
Oh. Allegedly.
But Berlin was very fierce, and she ended up winning.
Hey, congrats, Berlin.
Congrats, Berlin.
May your wall come down.
You get $100 if you win the challenge. You're crazy. I just got that joke. May your walls come down. May your walls come down.
Hey.
Now, there's like West Berlin Atomic and East Berlin Atomic.
For drag children.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. But the winner gets $100 every week.
Okay.
So I hope that she takes that $100 and she goes to buy her own makeup.
Oh, right. Now, do you want to be a little shady and...
Berlin, I heard a little rumor that you don't do your own makeup. I gagged over the performance. I watched the video. I was gagged, so I'm going to give it to you regardless. But what are you doing in Project Drag without knowing how to do your own drag makeup? And I don't want to embarrass you here. I want to have a genuine conversation about this. And we can cut this if it's too much. But
I love it.
I was requested. Requests were put into me when I speak about Project Drag to speak about it candidly, and to spill the tea. And this is just my observation. I heard from someone else that Berlin does not do her own makeup. Okay. So I hope that in the future she gags us with that mug. She can take $100 can go a long way.
Yes,
if you take it to the right beauty supply store.
Now, do you think she's not doing her own mug because she doesn't have makeup or she doesn't know how? That would be my guess. I don't think it's a money thing.
Now you're being shady. Now you're making me answer the hard questions.
I mean, why wouldn't you do your own mug for a competition if I can't?
Unless you're not very good at it.
Hello. Well, when I did Project Drag, I think everyone painted their own face because hello, it's a drag competition. Yeah. But when I did Dragged Out many, many moons ago, we had 2 rules in the competition. You had to wear heels. It didn't have to be a big heel. It just had to be a little heel.
It had to be a heel.
And you had to paint your own face.
Yes.
Those were the 2 rules. And let's just say the person who won did not do either of those things. So, drag competitions rules.
They go out the window all the time. Yeah. But for real, all shade aside, she was amazing. Her number was amazing. She did a great job. Okay. She looked great.
Yeah, of course. Someone else
head to toe looked great. So you're crazy, bitch. Damn, like I thought I was gonna be the harsh one. Annie makes it easy to spill some fucking shade up in this
Well,
bitch.
I don't know her, so it's easy to talk about her.
Special shout out to the people who were in the top. They were amazing.
And who was in the bottom.
I would also like to give a special shout out to the people in the bottom because they're also amazing.
Of course, everyone in it is amazing.
Everyone in the competition is amazing, and like everyone's got to be in the bottom eventually,
Yeah.
right? So we had Katrina Chimera. I don't know if it's Chimera or Chimera, but
Okay.
Katrina. We had Didi Tsunami.
I guess.
And we had Vex Beaverhausen.
I haven't met her yet either. There's so many people I haven't met.
Yes, I know, which is really exciting. That's what makes the competition really fun.
Yeah.
But these judges, they were going in.
Let's say who the judges are.
Yes.
So the judges are all former Project Drag winners.
Mm-hmm.
So we have April Showers, who won. She won Project Drag All Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
We have Callista Stage.
Callista Stage, of course, who won my season.
Who won
season
Annie's
5.
season. We've spoken about her previously on the podcast.
Have.
And any negative sentiment, I retract. I retract. Because I need to play up. But you know what, though? I will say this. I texted Annie.
Yeah.
When I saw her in person, oh my God.
She's gorgeous.
Callista
She's
is
stunning.
gorgeous.
Yeah, she's
like,
beautiful.
she looks like a walking photograph.
Yeah.
Like, she just looks like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I like it's her makeup. It looks like her face.
Yeah.
It looks like she's wearing not a lick of makeup, but she's so glammed out.
Mhm.
And like her hair, like her body, like everything. Just like that is a flawless drag queen.
She's very polished, yes.
To me.
Yes.
So I was excited to have her be in the audience.
Mhm.
And to be honest, like for someone who doesn't focus, me dressing like this right now, being like, for someone who doesn't focus too hard on aesthetics, SHABLAM is, if you're not watching, I basically am wearing like a Fiddler on the Roof-esque.
Yes.
I'm basically like Fiddler on the Roof on acid right now.
Contemporary Hava.
Yeah, contemporary Hava. Matchmaker, make me a match.
Oh, yes.
But Callista looked amazing.
Yes, always. Yes. I mean, for everything, she's very polished. She's very attention to detail. And
Yeah.
She's great.
And the final judge is Selena Estides from season 16 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Ooh, and she won season 3 or 4 of Project Drag.
Yeah, she won before Callista.
Okay, so that was 4.
Yeah. So it's a good panel of judges, and they were giving good feedback, but they were not
going
playing.
in.
They were playing. They were. For those of you who live in Los Angeles and know drag competitions, there's a lot of them. And besides Project Drag, we kind of made a joke about this as well, but Dragged Out, Henny Games, Hunty Games. So Vex was in the bottom, and they were going in on Vex's look, which, by the way, Vex did an amazing performance. And I'm a really big fan of Vex's drag. I like that, like, crazy. They complimented her, and they were like, you give, like, divine, you give, like, that old school, like, alternative drag. You know what I mean? But they were going in on her look because it was what they thought it was simple compared to the rest of the lineup. And they just started shitting on all these other drag competitions. They were like, this is not Hunty Games. This is not Henny Games. This is not a Dragged Out. This is Project Drag. And Selena was like, when I was doing Project Drag, I was the bitch who had no money, and I grabbed a sewing machine and I learned how to make a look and all this stuff. And she was like monologuing on the microphone while giving feedback to this poor girl on stage. I was like, my Lord, I would hate to be in the bottom right now.
Yeah.
Especially because after the lip sync, nobody went home. So
well,
all that feedback, and for what?
The first week, I guess they're being nice.
But you know what? That's what's going to make a great show. That's what's going to get people to keep coming back. Is
I'm excited.
If like the stakes are high.
Yeah.
So I understand why Selena was kind of going in.
Yeah.
And good for Vex for taking it on the chin and just kind of like giving the best attitude we could, which is like to be like, yep, great, I'll like take that and I'll like go into it next week. So I'm excited to see everyone again. And this coming week is going to be the talent show, the Project Drag talent show.
Ooh.
And we have to do something other than lip syncing.
Okay.
So I've spoken to a couple of the girls. Some people are going to be singing. Some people will be doing poetry. Some people will be doing a monologue. Some people will be doing ballet folklorico. Some people will be doing contemporary dance. So it's going to be quite the show.
I'm planning on coming to that one.
Yeah, it'll be kind of a little bit like Drag Race-y, Drag Race talent show vibes.
That's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, so
we'll learn about that next week.
Yeah, we'll learn about that next week, but shout out to everyone who was in the top. Shout out to everyone who was in the bottom. Everyone did a great job, and I was safe. Safe to slay another day.
There you go. Now, see, I won my first night of Project Drag, but...
Well, it was much easier when you did it.
Was it?
I do think so.
Why is that?
I think drag has come a long way since like you have been
2 years?
bitch. How many seasons of Drag Race have been like have played since your
That's
season?
true. But I've had multiple people from my season have appeared on Drag Race since.
Okay, I don't give a fuck.
Let's see how many from yours show up on that program.
Well, Joella didn't stay for that long. I don't know if that's really a brag.
Hey, but she's memorable. Oh, speaking of, should we have a quick Drag Race recap? Because we haven't talked about it since basically the premiere.
Yes.
And now we're like more current with timing. So
we're about to get the Lollapalooza. Okay, well, whose team are you on?
Anya Nerve for sure.
Anya, I'm on my nerve.
There we go.
I'm on my motherfucking nerve.
Yes.
To me, she feels like the most logical winner of the show.
I mean, for me, it's got to be either her or Jules.
Jules has an amazing personality. Her track record is abysmal.
Yeah, but sometimes that doesn't matter.
Sometimes it doesn't matter.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be mad if any of the four of them won, really, but I think Anya deserves it, and that's who I want to win the most.
I really like them all, to be honest. I loved Lexi since the beginning. I know that she's had some moments on the show, but I really do like her. I love her fashions. I think besides maybe Arietti, she has the best fashions on the season, hands down. She's going to be a supermodel. Like after Drag Race, like she's going to get into fashion and do like modeling for sure. Yeah. Anya, to me, she just plays to my aesthetic too. Right. I feel like, and your aesthetic, which is like that theater queen. Like, she is so, she's so captivating to me. I could watch like 3 hours of her probably. Yeah. Like she to me just like has such charisma.
Yes.
And even in those earlier challenges when she was like performing amongst like 13 other girls or something like that, she would stand out so easily.
That's the thing. She like does not have a weak spot. She literally can do it all. And her personality seems so like engaging and like you just want to watch her.
I would say her package was probably the weakest of the top four, but ultimately I think for a show like Drag Race, it is more about the performances than it is about the runways.
Yeah, and Sam Starr borrowed more than half of her shit from her mom. So
and I really like Sam Starr, no shade.
I do too. I am a fan of Sam Starr. But
that's a win for Trinity, not a win for Sam.
Literally.
No shade.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Because there has been some like controversies and discourse around that. Like people went in. Did you see Aiden Zane was like, why?
Well, Aiden Zane is not one to. We should not be listening to Aiden Zane.
Zane got so much hate for that. They were like, "Girl, didn't you wear the same wig?"
Literally, a little bit insane.
Oh God.
I'm Aiden Zane. A little bit insane. Do you remember that?
Yes, I tried to forget it, but
you think you know me, but you don't know me. You never had it. When they did the Chicago parody.
Oh yeah, and the Snatch Game where she was like, "Oh, I'm friends with this lady, so I'm going to be her from
Patricia,
not Fields."
No,
Arquette?
No, not Arquette. That's wrong too. We'll remember it. But the woman from Rocky Horror.
Yeah, it's Magento, right?
No, the other one. Columbia.
Okay, yes.
She did Columbia.
So weird.
So weird. Very weird, deep cut.
But anyway, but it's like I see it because Corey King was wearing like recreations of Monet's look one time down the runway, and I'm like, I don't like that.
Well, it's very standard in the drag world for like a drag child to like wear a lot of like the drag mom's closet.
Well, yeah, of course. But on Drag Race, on a runway, when you're supposed to be presenting yourself.
I feel like she kind of shot herself in the foot by being like, oh, these are things from Trinity's closet.
Yeah.
If I were her, I just wouldn't have said anything.
Exactly.
I never would have been like, yeah, these are my fashions.
Well, people would have found out later.
People would have found out later, but you don't need to be on the show being like.
Yeah. But like the judging panel doesn't seem to mind. They don't care.
I mean, I think good drag is good drag at that point. And again, I think also on Drag Race, like there is like a much stronger emphasis on like the challenges than there is on the runway. Yeah. The runway can only like help you. If you do great in the challenge and you have an okay runway, you can still win. But if you do bad in the challenge and you have a great runway, it doesn't matter.
Sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Rarely, but yeah, I agree.
So I think more and more the runways are starting to mean less in terms of like the judges.
I mean, I get the reason why she's doing it. Like, you don't want to spend all this money if you have beautiful garments just sitting in your closet. But it's like,
and no shade, like I would do the same thing. Like if I had someone being like, you can borrow my entire closet, I'd be like, okay, fierce.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
But I really love her personality. I think she's
We're talking Sam.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think she's really funny.
I do too. I think I preferred Anya's looks most than Sam's, to be honest, if we're going to talk about top four.
Yeah, I feel like Sam is a little bit too polished. and very professional. And for having such like a wonderful, like funny personality, she's way too polished.
Yeah, her personality doesn't come across in her looks.
It was really one of the most annoying moments of this season for me was when she did the ugly dress category and didn't wear an ugly dress.
That was bad.
It's an opportunity to literally wear whatever you want. And like, we've seen these beautiful runways all season.
Right.
And like, that's what it actually pissed me off.
Yeah. Now, was that one Trinity's or was that hers? Like,
I don't know.
It doesn't really matter. It was stupid. And plus, for someone like that, don't you want the opportunity to show another side of you? It's like, why
and she was
wouldn't you
being
be
funny,
ugly?
and she was like, I can't do like booger drag. And she was like,
Doesn't have to
why
be
would you want to
booger,
see a
but-
booger drag queen? It's like, that's not what it's about. It's about like
How your mind thinks.
and it's also about like demonstrating to the audience and to the judges that you know how to be funny with yourself and not take yourself too
Yeah,
seriously.
exactly.
And still give glam. Like you
Right.
can still give glam, like, but the idea is that like the glam's coming from your like your stage presence in the garment.
Right.
And it could be any garment
Yeah.
and you're still serving
I
it.
mean, none of them looked like a booger. Actually, I was kind of disappointed with pretty much all of those ugly dress runways.
It made
'Cause-
her in particular look very insecure. It made her look like someone who can't who can't take the piss out on themselves.
Mhm,
You know what I
mhm,
mean?
mhm.
And only someone who was insecure would be so averse to like doing an ugly dress runway.
Right.
Because like, what are you afraid of? That you're going to look ugly? That's the point.
Yeah, exactly.
It just seems very like self-involved.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, on season 7, when they originally did that, like half of them weren't doing ugly dresses either. Like
Yeah.
Miss Fame looks gorgeous. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You're
yeah.
like just in a big thing.
Yeah.
Anyway. Have you talked to Joella or seen her?
I talked to her at Project Drag.
Oh, right. How is she?
She's great.
Yeah, okay.
She looks happy and healthy. She looks like she's traveling a lot.
Yeah,
She
still
is. One thing about like Joella, like she's the same from like before the show to after the show. In
Mhm.
my opinion, I don't know if anyone has any other thoughts about that, but in
Yeah.
my opinion, when I talked to her before the show, she was always nice to me, and now when I see her after the show, she's always nice to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm proud of her because I know she didn't make it as far as anyone, or as far as we would have liked, or I'm sure
Mhm.
as far as she would have liked.
Mhm.
But she made such an impression. I mean, they
Yeah.
were talking about her on last week's episode.
Yeah,
Still, like
yeah.
bringing her up. Like, so Joella, I'm proud of you. We're proud of you. You made your mark.
Joella, I'm super proud of
We
you.
love you.
I think you've done a great job of
Yeah.
representing LA drag, not necessarily according to like the judges' standards, but just like watching you and like making such a great impression on the show.
Mhm.
You're showing all of us like how it's done. Like if you're gonna
Yeah.
go on the show, that's how you should do
Be
it.
memorable
Be
at the very
memorable.
least. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and-
what I'm saying. I'd rather see someone whose looks may not be the best or most polished like Sam Starr, but
Mhm.
at least I remember
I remember
Joella's,
every
you know what
every Joella look. I remember every Joella look. Like
yes. And she actually, you were talking about Vex getting red when I did Project Drag with Joella, and she got red for her looks in Project Drag as
Yeah.
well. So
it happens, you know what I
Anyway.
mean? But I love Joella.
yeah.
Shout out to Acacia too.
Yes.
Proud of Acacia too,
Mhm.
because I think she for a long time was really doing her own thing, and she wasn't super like in like the mainstream like West Hollywood circuit.
Yeah,
She
I'd
was,
never
like,
even met her before
she was
went on the
playing
show.
her music, and I think for a long time she knew exactly what she wanted,
Mhm.
and she went on the show to go get that thing. She wants to be a musician, she wants to be a singer, and she used the show to like push that platform.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of her. I think
Yeah.
she did like a good job of representing herself.
She made it pretty far. I mean,
Yeah, she made it pretty far, and like I think for the most part, there are some challenges where honestly I thought like that was an Acacia win. That was a possibility.
there were a couple of I would, yeah.
She did great on the RPDR Live,
Which one was that?
the SNL one.
yeah, but who did she play in that?
She
The
was
Golden
she was
Girl?
in the doctor. She was.
Oh
in the
yeah, she was
doctor's
good in
office.
that.
She was
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
She was.
Yeah.
She's so funny, and like I think she did a great job of like. I think something about Drag Race is like, yes, you're going on the show to like represent yourself and to
Uh-huh.
like do yourself, but you're also like a cog in the machine.
Right.
And like you have to be aware of the fact that like everyone's making television,
Uh-huh.
and like how can we all like as a group collectively work together to make the best television?
Yeah.
And I think Acacia did a great job of going on the show and being like a team player, and like being like she kind of like, what are you doing?
I disagree, but continue. I don't want to shit on her while you're complimenting her, but
Well,
go ahead.
too late, bitch. Go ahead, I guess. Poor
I
thing's gonna be watching this. Go ahead.
I've no, that's fine. I like her. We've met since she's been on the show. She seems lovely. I wish she would have done more with that opportunity. I wish she would have like swung a little bit harder. Like talking about people being memorable. For me, I don't like. I can't remember really any runways and necessarily anything she did on the show.
Oh, I can. but maybe
That's for me
'cause I'm
personally.
Like, well, to me, I also think
like, did she have any moments that from like the workroom that you
yes,
remember?
the fucking makeup brush in her ass, bitch.
Okay, that was good. Yeah. That was good.
That was major.
But she was in the bottom when that happened.
I don't give a fuck. She still won the lip sync.
That's true. Yeah.
Gag that. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I think I don't think she. I think that she did a good job on the show. I don't think
Oh
she did a
yeah.
bad job. I think she had a lot of good standout moments, and I think that by the time she got eliminated, which was the Rusical, I think it was like unfortunate timing. Like, you know what I mean? Of like, I think that it was a good. So much of Drag Race is like finding the right time to send someone home, and I feel like unfortunately for what she came into the show to do, which was like this singing thing,
Yeah.
it made the most sense to put her in the challenge where it's singing and like put her in that and give her that narrative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
I mean,
I don't know if she would have made it further or not. I'm just saying like,
Kind of sucks that she went in there as the singer and she was in the bottom both times she sang live. Because I think I like her voice. I think she did a good job on the show. Don't get me wrong. She got on the show, which is huge in itself. That's like such a success. But I just wish she would have taken bigger swings, mostly with the runway and with like character stuff.
I'm gonna
send
this to Acacia.
Yeah, do it. I mean,
you're like, I don't give a
hey
fuck.
girl, on All Stars, just for me. I mean, but what do I know? I don't. It's my opinion. That's my opinion.
How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion.
I know what's good for you. Should we get into our topic? We don't have a clock. I don't know how long we've been talking.
No, it's over there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Should we get into this?
Have we covered everything?
Have we? I think so. I went to LACMA, Los Angeles County Museum of Art.
No one wants to hear about that.
Why? Support your local museums, everyone.
Baby, we are the art. They're watching the art right now, baby.
Support your local queens. I hosted a brunch at your favorite place on Saturday, the Abbey. Got to work with Adriana Trophy and Hazel Jete and Miss Kendall, who I haven't seen in a while. So shout out, ladies. Hey. You don't like any of them?
I don't dislike any of them. I don't know them.
I mean, she always seems to have like clients. So
we're being messy this episode.
We are? I guess, yeah.
Yes, we are, bitch. Yes, we.
I was like,
yes,
you are.
we. No, don't even. Yes, we, plural, the two of us on SHABLAM. And that's season 2, honey. We are not holding back.
Hey, leave a comment below if you like when we're messy.
Will that get us more views?
I don't know. Yeah, please, subscribe.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't want people to think that we're desperate for views and that's why we're saying what we're saying. We're saying what we're saying because we're in the drag scene. We know what's up.
We're being honest.
Yeah, we're being honest. So
yeah, it's just our opinions at the end of the day.
Yeah, and what do I know? I don't know anything about wigs. Clearly.
Exactly.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit that I'm wearing. Maybe I could borrow a unit from Kendall, to be honest. So.
And I've never been on Drag Race, so Acacia, don't listen to me, obviously.
Yeah, and also you never won Project Drag either, so.
Well, that's true. We'll get to that, I'm sure, at some point, my Project Drag saga.
Speaking of saga, there's quite a saga going on in the gay world surrounding
oh my God, yes.
our particular topic today.
Yes. The topic we are shablamming today, can we say it? Are we allowed to say it?
No, we should say what we talked about earlier.
Oh, we can't even say the word.
No.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Ready? VHS Cleaner. For those of you who are familiar with that product, in some arenas they call it
sounds like
a word that sounds like hoppers.
I was gonna say that.
So it's VHS Cleaner that we're doing today.
Yes, we are going to shablam VHS Cleaner and get to the bottom.
Or the top of this topic.
Yes.
So let's start from all the way from the beginning.
Okay.
What inspired this was, Annie took some notes, and I really want to get into this. So for those of you who don't know, VHS Cleaner is
my glasses
a substance. I mean, what do we even call it?
It's it's a drug.
It's a drug, and
it's an inhalant.
It's an inhalant, and it's a.
Glasses.
What did we say earlier? It's a. It dilates your vessels, your blood vessels.
Yes.
Vascular, something like that.
Something. We're not scientists, y'all. We're not medical professionals. We're drag queens in Los Angeles. So please don't take anything we're saying to court. Don't sue us.
Basically, what it does is it opens up the blood vessels and your soft muscles, which include your throat and also your bottom.
Your anus.
Yes.
I have to take these off. They're messing with my lashes. Oh, maybe there we go. Ah!
VHS Cleaner belongs to the alkyl nitrate family of chemical compounds. It's a vasodilator, which
Oof,
produces
such a big
mild
word.
euphoria, warmth, and dizziness. Most effects have a rapid onset and are short-acting. So you might find VHS Cleaner in your local pleasure shop.
Yes, it's often used for sex. It's often used on the dance floor.
There are
Those are the-
American brands. There are European brands. Some are stronger than others.
Yes, which I didn't know. There were like levels. I just assumed one was like the next. I think we are allowed to say the word. I've been listening to other podcasts and they actually did it on the screen.
Well, I'm nervous because recently the FDA had a crackdown on Double Scorpio.
Right.
Which, if you Shablammers are not familiar, Double Scorpio is a brand of VHS Cleaner
Very
here
popular
in the United States
Yes.
that is famous for making scented poppers.
Oh
God, I just said it.
Ah!
Oh my God, we need to bleep that out.
Do we? We need to put it in the poppers jar. Oh, shoot, now I need to bleep it out.
I literally just broke my own rule. Okay, but
All
anyway.
right, it's okay. We can bleep those.
They do pumpkin spice.
Yes, I bought Delta Work the pumpkin spice ones once.
They had like Christmas. They had
eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus, cinnamon, I think was one.
I've tried the eucalyptus one. Have you tried any of them?
Uh-huh.
Which ones?
I think I might have tried like eucalyptus or something like that.
I liked it.
Yeah, I like it too. It gives like essential oil vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But there was recently in the news a crackdown.
Yes.
Will you please describe this to the Shablammers?
So in March of 2025, so we're talking last month, it's April now.
It's April now.
The FDA, based on the orders of America's second favorite idiot, RFK Jr., cracked down on VHS cleaners and ransacked the Double Scorpio offices, basically.
And what does that mean?
That means they like seized things because they're trying to make it outlawed. RFK, the idiot that he is, claimed in his book that he wrote a couple years ago about Fauci that VHS cleaners cause AIDS. So this is who we're dealing with, people.
This
okay?
this is the fucking country, but guess what? This is our podcast and we're gonna do what we want.
Yes, and this person is in charge of the health of our country.
He looks like a walking zombie. This man is roided up and like looks horrible. He looks horrible.
I don't give a fuck if you're a Kennedy. What the, like, come on.
This guy is a fucking idiot and ugly.
Do you know who he's married to? Curb Your Enthusiasm. Cheryl Hines plays Larry David's wife.
Yeah.
That's who is married to RFK Jr.
Ugh, God, what a nasty,
I know. I'm like, really, bitch? I used to like her.
I work at an office. I have a day job and I work for basically like high level executives and like people in entertainment who live like in Brentwood. The people that walk into this office look so ugly because they're all like on these fucking like new wave medicine drugs, like the kind of shit that like RFK promotes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they all look horrible. And they think that because someone's not fat that they're healthy. It's like, no, bitch, like these sorry, not to be like, not too much shade on those who might use it for like a weight loss journey because it is helpful. But like some of these bitches that go on Ozempic, like I'm just going to say, like you look like a fucking rag doll and you look like a fucking like you're gaunt, your eyes don't look right. Like the body composition on your body does not look right.
Not everyone, obviously.
Not everyone. Like I said, like it's a good option for people who really need it. I mean, anyone at this point, it's so popular. Anyone who wants to take it should feel free to take it, I guess. But girl, some of these people who are on it, it's like, you look horrible. And not to say that he's on it, but like it's these like peptide treatments that people are doing and also like not getting vaccinated. It's like, you just
he was the one that was like, oh, vitamin A is a cure for measles. Cut to like literally last week, 3 people died from measles.
Measles, I know.
It was
measles
literally
outbreak.
In the year 2000, measles was like wiped off. It wasn't like
eradicated.
Yes. Oh, it's so infuriating. He hence tweeted or whatever that the vaccines are like the best form for measles.
Of course they are.
but everyone else is like, well, you just told us something else all this long. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, that's this whole administration. Sorry, not to get too political, last thing, but that's this whole administration, like putting things in place and then taking them away. And then like literally like Trump just reversed the tariffs
Yes.
that were going all around. It's like, but then he raised them on China 125%. Girl, get out of the White House. And all of y'all who voted for him, you are not a fucking shablammer.
You are an NBC.
You are an NBC.
If you voted for Trump, you are an NBC.
You are like Papa. Like, get off of my page. Get off of my podcast. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so Double Scorpio basically wiped their entire website clean. I went to search for it to see what it said. And the only thing there says, it's a statement that says, we stopped all operations following a search and seizure at our offices by the FDA.
That is really crazy. I went out today to buy VHS Cleaner. And when I walked in, I said, hi, can I buy some hoppers? And the guy was like, we can't call it that anymore. So I can get you some VHS Cleaner. And he literally was like, we are literally not allowed to use the word. He was like, we can't like write it. We can't say it. There was this huge FDA crackdown. He was telling me about the Double Scorpio thing. And I'm sure in your research, you found that it might be happening to other places.
So a spokeswoman for the FDA, Amanda Hills, said when reached for comment, said they don't comment on possible criminal investigations. So everyone is being very silent about this. No one's really saying anything. So it's an ongoing investigation. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, we will keep you posted. Maybe we can look into this a little bit more. We might be able to dive deep into the journalism here. Maybe I should go back to the shop where I got the poppers. And
there. What else did he say? Anything?
Well, maybe the next question would be to ask him where he gets the supply from.
Ooh,
and then start working like up the chain and like seeing who we can like find.
Oh yeah.
Wait, not me kind of coming up with the idea for like a journalist story.
Come on, we need that Peabody.
SHABLAM needs a Peabody more than anything.
Yeah. Did you know that poppers were invented in the 19th century?
Well,
shit, I said it again.
They made VHS Cleaner as like a medicine at first.
Yeah, for heart, like angina.
Yeah.
Not angina. Not angina, the drag queen. Angina, the heart problem. In 1844. And then, this I didn't know, in the 1960s, VHS Cleaner became one of many drugs of choice for soldiers in the Vietnam War. They were easy to get a hold of, the bottles were light, and they were labeled as an antidote to gun fumes.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Here's one thing about VHS Cleaner. It feels good.
It does. Now, we were talking earlier, you don't use them for sex. We're going to get personal here, maybe, shablammers.
Yeah, so usually people use VHS Cleaner for sex.
Pretty much exclusively, am I?
Which is probably why RFK was like making up dumbass shit.
Well, yeah, they don't want anyone to have fun.
Yeah. To be honest, like if anyone should have a sniff of poppers, it should probably be RFK Jr.
Literally, maybe relax.
Yeah, seriously.
Jesus Christ.
But it'd probably make his butthole too loose and that stick would fall out.
Oh!
But it's usually used for sex. I haven't used it for sex in a long time.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to be crazy, but there's a baby next door.
Of course, we're talking about VHS Cleaner, and
literally we're talking about VHS Cleaner, and we hear like a baby in the room next to us being like "goo goo gaga," like making baby noises and like screaming and stuff. So
why this episode? Come on, baby!
Not on the like literally like in the room next door to us.
Yes, the baby has a podcast. Subscribe now at the beautiful Penny Cash Studios.
Even the fucking baby has a podcast. Like, guess anyone can have a fucking podcast these days.
Oh goodness.
It's used for sex or recreationally. In college, I used to bring a little bottle of poppers with me to like all the theater parties.
Oh,
and I was real popular with all the girls because all the girls would come up to me like, Cooper, can I have a little? Cooper's my boy name.
Oh, yes.
Cooper, can I have a little like hit of your poppers? And I'd be like, yeah, girl, like get into this, girl. And then we'd all be like just sniffing it around. And then I feel like I just got to a point where people didn't want to do that recreationally anymore. And I was kind of like, okay, I guess I'll just stop. And I did, and I haven't used it really since.
Okay, wow. Well,
I also don't full tea. I don't really bottom a lot.
Yes, that's the whole. I mean, popper. I don't bottom either, and I still enjoy poppers. But a lot of bottoms kind of find them necessary to engage in those acts.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
It helps, as Willem famously said, 2 hits and anything fits. Do you get the picture?
You get the picture.
We're getting the picture, friends, shablammers.
So with pop.
Oh my God. We need like a swear jar.
Where's
the Lorelei jar?
With VHS Cleaner, how long is the high?
Oh, I thought you were going to say how long do they last? Because
how long do they last? How long do they last?
Oh.
Do you know?
I think like not long. It's quick. It's a quick high. It's like a minute maybe. Are you texting someone right now?
No, I'm looking up how long do they last.
Okay. Well, while you look that up, I did find out that they do last longer if you refrigerate them. I know we had that question back in season 1.
The effects of poppers kick in about 15 seconds, but are short lasting. And they can, usually the effects only last for 2 to 5 minutes. But you don't want to be doing VHS cleaner too often because it's allegedly like you can lose brain cells.
Yeah. And you also never want to drink it. There have been deaths related to VHS cleaner, but it's mostly when people drink it, which please don't ever drink.
It seems so obvious. It seems so obvious because when you smell it, it kind of gives something you shouldn't be drinking.
Yes, but a lot of people are like, oh, it looks like an energy drink bottle. So,
like a 5-hour energy shot.
Yeah. People are dumb.
Well, what we are going to do here today on this episode, Shablammers, is we're going to take you through some of the VHS cleaner that I went out and I purchased today in West Hollywood, California.
Ding.
We have them here. As you can see, they are hidden behind various fruits. We have a yellow apple, a green apple, and a red apple.
Speaking of apples, Charlie XCX held up a bottle of VHS cleaners in 2019 and said, gay rights. Do you remember that?
She wrote gay rights on someone's VHS cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
She like signed someone's bottle of VHS cleaner.
I saw a picture. I love that.
VHS cleaner can last you a long time, too.
It lasts 1 to 3 months. And it lasts longer if you refrigerate it, Shablammers.
It can go stale.
Yeah,
so not be sniffing VHS cleaner that is older than 3 months.
No.
Maybe 4 if it's refrigerated.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that long.
The way that this was described to me by the sales attendant, which I wish I got his name, he was incredibly nice and very helpful. But I told him, I said, I need 3 versions of VHS cleaner that are very different that I can review. I told him that I have a podcast, and he said, oh, that's cool. What kind of podcast? I said, I'm a drag queen. He said, what's your drag name? I said, Lorelei. He said, I never heard of you. And I said, okay. So no Laura Hive at the Circus of Books in West Hollywood, California.
Ooh.
But not yet.
Hey. We got a future Shablammer.
Give me another week at Project Drag. I might get a win in there.
There we
might
go.
get some West Hollywood girls.
There we go.
Behind the yellow apple here, we have VHS cleaner for twinks.
Oh.
Behind the green apple here, we have VHS cleaner for daddies.
Okay.
And behind this red apple, we have what he described as an expert level popper.
Ooh.
Almost knocked over this
All
table.
right, so we got Twink Daddy Expert.
Twink Daddy Expert.
Now, an expert can't be a twink? Is that what you're trying to say? You're trying to start some twink hate?
Me? I'm... Do you think I'm a twink?
We've had this conversation before. I don't think... Shablammers, leave a comment below if you think Lorelei is considered a twink. I say no.
I say no because I feel like I've gone through twink death, which is becoming a drag queen.
Oh, really? Is that how it works?
I feel like drag queen is like... If you're a drag queen, it's different than just being a twink. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, of course I have to look like this all the time. I shave all the time. You know what I mean? It's like...
I think you can be a twink and a drag queen. Because there are drag
a twink
queens...
out of drag, I guess.
I'm
getting a little old for a twink. I've got to be real. I'm about to be 28 this year.
Yeah. I don't think I ever have been considered a twink. Even when I was like 21. I was too like...
If we're talking like grinder tribes, you give like geek.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But would you put twink? When I think of a twink, I don't think of like a bigger person.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
So do you think you're calling me like big back? You're calling me like a fucking cow?
No. Anyway, okay, we got Twink Daddy Expert. All right. Now, do you have a go-to poppers? Yeah. Do you have a go-to VHS cleaner brand when you were using them?
Let's just say it's a Troye Sivan song.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, his team tried to say that they didn't know about that brand. I'm like, come on. Yeah, right.
I thought it was pretty clear in his advertising and everything that he was very clearly talking about. I feel the rush. I'm addicted to your touch.
They couldn't get like sued for that?
You think?
I don't know. That's why I wondered if maybe they were like
why would they be so hesitant? Yeah, exactly about it.
I don't know. Stay tuned.
Should we get into the taste test or the sniff test, whatever we want to call it?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
See how we're gonna do this.
Why don't you talk to the Shablammers a little bit while I get this settled?
Let me see. What can I tell you, Shablammers? Oh, according to a 2020 study, get this, 3.3% of American adults surveyed reported ever using poppers, but 35% of gay men said they used it. I bet that number's actually higher.
I bet that's way higher. There's got to be some unreported numbers in there.
So people that you hook up with they don't have them, or they don't like, because I feel like in my past, maybe because I'm older than you, that was just like everyone It's just like a thing.
I guess I just haven't had a hookup in a long time where like I've been like, I need poppers, or like the other person just like started sniffing poppers.
Mm-hmm.
My last time having sex with poppers was like 2 boyfriends ago.
Really?
Yes. 2 boyfriends ago is crazy. Anyway,
Wow.
but
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, I remember there was one boyfriend I had who like really liked using poppers during sex. It's fun. I get not a VHS cleaner. I mean,
oops.
But it is fun to use. It's just, you know, you got to use your discretion. And what we're doing today on the podcast, please do not try this at home. Okay, we're trained professionals, and we're running this shit like really clean. And you don't want to be doing too much of it on your own.
I'm a VHS expert, okay?
This first one that we're going to be trying is for Twinks. Okay?
All right, well, we'll see if it works. So that'll tell us who's a twink and who's not.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, so I'm going to take this apple.
Oh, my God.
And I'm gonna sniff this yellow apple.
See, on Kelly Mantle's podcast, which I highly recommend if you haven't listened to it, check it out. She and Willem, like, actually did them. They, like, snorted it with no apple in sight.
I know, but you know what? The SHABLAM audience is so pure. I don't want to take that away from them. Okay.
So when was the last time you did these?
So everyone knows I just took a little sniffy.
Ooh.
It smells exactly like how I remember it. It's giving me a head rush right now.
Oh, this is can we say the brand?
My heart is going.
This is
really
Rush.
Fast. This is Troye Sivan.
This is Rush. This is I think it's the most popular, most famous poppers brand.
My heart's going really fast.
Oh my God. Are your smooth muscles loosening?
Are like my pupils like dilating?
I can't tell.
Okay, anyway, so it's kind of going away now. So
well,
that was
quick.
That was a really easy hit. Do you want to do it too?
Sure. Should I try the Twink one?
You should try the Twink one to make sure that you're not a Twink either.
Y'all, I have a show after this. My brain is going to be fried.
You might be the oldest Twink I know.
Oh, God. Really?
Do not spill poppers.
I know.
Bitch. Imagine.
One time it went... Hold on. I don't even know how to do this.
That's okay.
Okay, take that.
So, what do you think?
Okay, well, I like Rush. That's one of my old go-tos. Now Brandon, my partner, hi Brandon.
Hi Brandon.
Orders them from Europe, so we get them in a big box.
Yeah.
So I don't have because the European ones don't have some specific thing in it that gives Brandon a headache.
Yes, that's what they were saying at the shop that I went to as well. They gave me Austrian VHS cleaner, which apparently is like higher grade and doesn't give you a headache.
It's more expensive usually.
It's more expensive. It is more expensive. But I brought that here for us to try today as well.
Oh.
So what did you think of the Twink one?
The Twink one was good. I don't think I'm a Twink.
I don't think so either. I didn't really feel it either.
Yeah.
So we're going to move a level up. We're going to go to daddy territory.
Okay. Now I don't think I've reached
old enough.
That. Yeah.
I was going to say, you're getting into daddy territory.
I mean, I'm old enough to be a daddy, but would you ever consider me a daddy?
No way. No way.
That does not turn me on at all, like someone calling me daddy.
Oh, really?
Me calling someone a daddy, that is like the opposite. Like that does nothing for me. Really. Being called it or calling someone?
Both. I like it. I'm freaky. Sorry. I'm freaky. I'm freaky, and that's joy, that's sadness, that's envy, that's fear, that's anger, and here's freaky. But yeah,
Inside Out 3. Talking about Inside Out, let's hit up these daddy poppers.
Okay, let's do it. Here,
okay,
I'll unscrew it for you.
Okay, unscrew it for me. This is the green apple. This one is jungle juice.
Okay.
Now we got Alex and Mark are out in the other room. I wanted them to try it.
You can try it when we're done.
Because everyone is doing poppers now. Straight, gay, queer. Alex is down. Let me says.
Okay, so this smells like paint. It's really strong.
Oh, like a paint thinner or paint.
Yeah. Here, you can try it.
We wanted to get the scented ones, but they didn't have any because Double Scorpio has
been
rated by the FDA.
That was really the goal. That was really the goal, was that we got like the pumpkin spice or something like that. Okay, go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right. You gotta take a big. Oh, the baby is screaming. Hey.
We got a baby screaming next door while we're sniffing VHS cleaner.
Yikes.
That's crazy.
We're gonna get shut down. The Petty Cash Studios.
Oh, not me like pulling it out. Oh my God.
Oh no. We'll blur it. Do we have that technology? Oh my God. Okay,
so what do you think about that? That one's stronger.
That does, but I feel like I took a bigger hit off of that one. So maybe that's why I'm like feeling it a little more. Ooh, but I'm feeling
like my wig is too tight.
I know it's hot in here.
I'm like, my wig is too tight and I have these bangs on.
Oh my God, it's hot. Okay.
It does induce feelings of warmth.
Does it? I thought it was just me.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the Twink one?
Okay, the Twink one I'm going to give a... Are we doing it before we try them all?
Yeah.
I'm going to say a 5.
Okay.
Because Rush is like classic. Rush is like everyone. I feel like that's a good beginner.
Everyone
cleaner.
knows what a Rush bottle looks like.
Yes. Although they have different versions. They have Gold Rush, they have Super Rush, they have Black Rush, Red Rush.
That's true.
Anyone can use Rush.
What do we think of
one,
the Daddy VHS Cleaner?
I like that one. I'm going to give that one a 7.
Okay. I like the after effect. The smell is a little crazy.
Yeah, you kind of just have to not worry about the smell. I kind of like the smell.
I kind of like the smell.
That, I think, is my favorite episode of Drag Race, period.
Are we still talking about beavers? Or...
Shout out Madam the Queer. Come on, leave a comment below, Madam the Queer.
Are we still talking about beavers? Like, that was really good.
I think that's my number one favorite.
Get those
season.
nuts away from my face. Just so everyone knows, we're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh yeah, it was nice to see Latrice back on the show.
Oh no, yeah, right.
Interviews or whatever.
Yeah, for the Vegas episode, that was cute.
That was kind of weird though. Those interviews questions were a little dumb.
Latrice Royale is my dad's favorite drag queen.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Have they met?
No, but
Okay.
I remember being like a teenager and watching season 4 of Drag Race, and he would watch like over my shoulder, and he'd be like, "I like her.
I mean, she's a good one.
She's a great one.
She's a really great
I
one.
think he was mostly impressed with like his in and out like of drag, like
Yeah.
what Latrice looks like. Yes, the
Yeah.
transformation. My dad was like, "That's insane."
Oh, yeah.
All right. Should we go to the heavy hitter, the expert level VHS cleaner?
Now I brought one all the way from our personal collection, unused, of course.
Why don't you take that just really quick?
This one is called Ass Ammo. I don't know where.
Excuse me?
This one's called Ass Ammo.
The one you brought from home?
Yeah, look at it. It's a bottle. It's tall and skinny, just like me.
It's European.
Yeah.
So I
This is
also got one that's European.
This is from a company called Twisted Beast. They had a lot of information about poppers online too, so check it out. Oh, God.
Oh my God.
The red apple. Oh, it matches my outfit. Okay, wait.
Oh my God.
Okay,
This
here.
one is in like an aluminum canister, so
Yeah.
it has like an echo to it.
It almost looks like a.
I can give some ASMR here for a second. Hold on.
Damn, that's a big sniff.
Did y'all smell that or hear that?
Oh my God, you're shaking.
I'm shaking because it's like it's.
I don't want to spill it.
That one has like
Let me show the
an
other one.
aftertaste in my throat.
Mm. Are you okay? It's a little. We're getting to the expert level. She hasn't done poppers in a
Oh
while.
my God.
Meanwhile, I don't feel a thing.
I like feel it in the back of my throat.
Please don't swallow it. I said that already. You already said you hate to swallow.
Oh my God, Annie.
What?
I don't like to swallow.
No. See, you're not that freaky. You don't
I
like
guess
cum.
I'm not.
You don't like cum. Come on.
I guess I'm not that freaky.
Wow.
Fuck.
You're
That feeling,
freaky in like specific ways.
that feeling when you could be freakier though.
Hey. Well, maybe someone you're meeting. We need an update on your dating life, by the way. Now that we're talking about poppers
Freaky Deaky would be a great name for a drag queen.
or a drag king.
Can you close the bottle
Oh yeah,
of
we
poppers?
gotta save it. We gotta save it.
She's like leaving a bottle of poppers open. There's a baby next door.
Oops.
Anyway,
All right, so now we're moving on to yours. Now this is the one I would always go to. This was my go-to before we started ordering them online.
this one is called European White Label.
It's just a white label. If you ask for it at the stores in West Hollywood or LA, they will know.
Yeah.
I usually go to the one near us. What's that place called? Rough
Oh,
Trade.
a Rough Trade. I
Yeah.
love Rough Trade.
Shout
you can
out
find
Rough
a lot
Trade.
of really fun stuff at Rough Trade. I buy bathing suits from Rough Trade.
You know they have 2 floors.
Yeah, I
The
know.
second floor is the freaky floor.
I used to have a friend. I'm not friends with them anymore, but this is a crazy story.
Okay.
And I'm going to spill his tea because I don't give a fuck. I'm not
Yeah.
friends with him anymore.
Oops.
He went to go to Rough Trade
Uh-huh.
to buy.
Time.
We're running over, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
we gotta go. I have a show.
He went to Rough Trade to go like buy like I think it was like a cock ring or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And they allow you to try things on at Rough Trade.
You can try on a cock ring.
Or you can try on things. I don't know what he was trying on, but it was something where his like penis was showing.
Oh wow.
And they have like attendants there, like how they do like at a department store, like to run the fitting room, right?
Ooh, dream job.
So he was like, here, like I'm gonna go try on this like thing. Can you open a room for me? He opens a room for him. And the guy's like, hey, like how you feeling? Like the attendant's like, hey, how you feeling in there? And he's like, oh, good. Like I'm just trying on. And the attendant's like, oh, you want me to see? And my friend opens the door to show him, and this guy sucks his dick in at Rough Trade
Hot.
in the fitting room.
Okay.
Can you imagine that? He like got dick. Imagine going to like fucking like Circus of Books and like the attendant is like, I'm gonna suck your dick.
I'm sure it happens more than you would think.
Oh my God.
Come
Gay people are
on.
crazy.
You say you're freaky and that's what's like you're clutching your pearls about?
I'm clutching my pearls at that one. Oh my God.
All right.
White label.
White label, we're up.
Here we go. This one is also European, so it should be pretty high quality.
European.
And if I don't like poppers now, I better because I'm about to take all these home with me.
Oh my God. Alex, you can try one before we leave.
Okay, let's see.
Should I take one to my show? Oop. Ah.
Oh.
Oh.
This one's very soft and delicate.
Oh. Soft and delicate. Soft and supple.
That definitely smells like
Wait,
popper
it's hard
stuff.
to. I'm not used to doing it with an apple in my hand.
Okay.
I'm used to doing it with something else in my hand. Okay.
Oh my God. Annie really likes them. Annie really likes them.
No, I do poppers like multiple times a week. That's what I'm saying. It rots my brain.
Girl, that's actually true because Annie be forgetting a lot of shit.
It's true.
It's the VHS cleaner and the weed.
And the weed and the age.
Yeah.
All of the above. It makes
She's
for
getting dementia already.
Oh, goodness. Please, if I ever forget your name. Who are you again? Vex?
Oh, if you start to forget things, I'm gonna milk that for everything
I
it's
know
worth.
you will.
I'm gonna make sure that like I like have you propped up in this like chair. Oh my God, no, yeah.
At Petty Cash Studios. This
Yeah,
is my retirement
you'll
home.
be a propped up dead body before you get like your afterlife, bitch. Like
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure to milk Shablam all the way until the end.
Weekend at Bernie's me.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, I'm down. All right. Well, that was fun. Okay, how do you rate these? Because we got to go. I have a show.
Okay.
Now I'm high on poppers.
Twink poppers, I would give it a 5. Daddy poppers, let's give it a 6.
Okay.
Ass ammo, is that what it is? Ass ammo. Oh,
Luckily that
Me
was
knocking it over.
closed.
ass ammo, I would give. That one kind of hurt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a
Sometimes
6.
Okay.
But that European white label, I would give it an 8.
Ooh.
Really,
all right.
Really gentle and a good effect.
Yes,
You know, it
I'll
doesn't give
agree.
you a headache.
Yeah. I like the ass ammo one though too, but I didn't swallow it like you. Don't swallow them.
I didn't swallow it. I sniffed it.
Okay, good.
Well,
All right. Any other fun facts about VHS Cleaner you found?
please use VHS Cleaner responsibly.
Uh-huh.
Please make sure you're using it, knowing how to use it, and have fun out there and be safe.
Yes.
All right. Let's close up the episode.
Yeah, leave a comment below your favorite poppers brand, VHS Cleaner brand. You have one.
Next week, we're going to be talking about time capsules.
Are we?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, for your homework, I want you to find out. Well, I want you to do extensive research on time capsules, but particularly if there's been one that has been planted that has never been found again.
Okay.
If it's been lost.
Okay, cool. Well, we both have to do extensive research on time capsules.
And we will.
We will. So, and are we going to bring in things to put in our?
Yes, we're gonna make a time capsule next week. So we'll bring things and we'll
Okay.
yeah.
So we need to bring supplies. All right. Then I want you to research and tell us about the oldest time capsule, like the time capsule that's been
Oh.
unearthed after the longest amount of time and what was in it and all that
Okay.
stuff.
Oh
Sound
my
good?
God. Yeah, that's really good.
Okay.
Signing off, Shablammers.
Woo!
Shablam is a podcast about life, art, drag, friendship. We're 2 drag queens here in Los Angeles.
Yes, we are pursuing our dreams, living our lives, and doing it together. We want you along for the ride. So thank you for being here for season 2 in the Garden of Eden at the beautiful Petty Cash Studios. We'll see.
VHS, clean yourself responsibly.
Hey.
And we will see you next week.
Bye, Shablammers.
Bye.
Insert theme song
Here.